What? Pasta and lobster? What? No, 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 no. You, you'll get olives of water, mate. And I've seen it happen. Don't listen, listen. Let's not try it. Let's not go there. In fact, let's go there tonight. Let's go there. Listen, those man just see you as a hoe with a weave. Okay, was it a 304 with a weave? They ain't got listen. They ain't got time for you. You know, or you are just a beat to them, or you are just SAX. So listen, them man ain't got time. You know, listen. Let me break it down to you, right? Let me break it down to you. Because I'm listening, I read something about this case, yeah, the Ashley Renee case, yeah. Okay. With the guy in, the guy, and they went overseas and, blah, blah, blah. It's turned out that my man actually, the rewind, it's turned out that she paid for the whole thing. Make that make sense. This is what I'm talking about. You're the fools. This is a running theme in my videos, yeah. The foolishness of these women in your community. Make it make sense. The backwardness. Listen, the whole idea is to come up, yeah. You call it coming up. But there's a term for it. I'm not gonna. They see it's coming up, leveling up, hypergamy, all these kind of things, yeah. But the fact is, you're paying for it, the entire trip, and you end up taking your life, supposedly. Make it make sense. That tells me it's not about hypergamy and coming up. It's all about getting closer proximity and being closer to WHITE men. That's what that's about. That's all it is. Being closer to Massa. That's all it is. About lobster and pasta, what? Listen, I've been out eating so many times, and all I see is man's putting in minimal effort, mate. Water and lobster, if that. Lucky if you get a coffee. Them mans are going A1, mate. These guys aren't putting in a shift because they know you're not no poppy. You ain't no Kate Middleton like posh. You know, when I say Kate Middleton, I'm talking about the status side of things, like the posh, middle classy, upper middle classy. That's what them mans are about, you know. You know, the proper like the Brads, yeah, the Brads, yeah, the proper Brads now I'm talking about, the office kind of Brads, yeah. He knows his worth, he knows his worth, he knows his level. You're just a muckabout. You're just you're just kickball in the park. You know what I mean? All you are is a quick beat. You know, practice his moves between the sheets. That's all you are. It's about all you are. That's all you are. And now I've said that, you're gonna get upset. Cool. I like that. I like upsetting people. I like it. That's what I live for. But no, listen. Let's get down to it. Yeah. Listen. End of the day, yeah. The common scenario. You see all the time. You always see him like at the train station. He's dropping you off. They go their separate ways. And you see the stupid Jamaica on the train looking sheepish. Because when it's like, and it's always at night time, you know. You notice that in the late hours. Because he ain't bringing you home. You know, when they want to bring you home, and the chances are they probably linked you at a hotel, and gave you a little beat, and then went about his way. And another thing, I'll tell you why even more fool you, yeah. Let's say a lot of these, because I've worked in the corporate world, yeah. And we get a lot of kickbacks, yeah. Like, kickbacks from people you work with and so forth, yeah. Little trips and bonuses, yeah. A lot of these guys, yeah, all these companies, yeah, they got all these little treats, whatever, like, and or someone cuts a deal, and they get the treats, and so I cut a deal with a hotel. There's a little kickback. They'll say, yeah, cool. Here's a few hotel rooms, whatever. Sometimes some of my delegates wouldn't go, but it's all being paid for. Sometimes the guy at work might say, guess what? Hey, what's Jamaica? Got a few rooms, come over, and what I'm trying to make is all the little trinkets that they give you, yeah. And it's little spin-off things, And then she'll think, oh wow, I got a room here to stay in central London, Mayfair. And she'll go and get her friends and say, see what Brad's done for me. But really, he's done nothing. Just a spin-off, you know what I mean? These are little. But the thing is, all this talk is to tell you to wisen up, because that's more time what you think it's about. People telling you things to change. No, don't change. Carry on the road you're doing. Because by you carrying on what you're doing, I can see you. That makes it better for me and easier for me when I get involved with you. That's why I keep telling these brothers that don't seem to understand and get it. When I'm meeting girl and we're doing all sorts and da da da, and he's saying, right, how did you get that from her? You know why? Because I know what she's about and you don't. I said before, yeah, on this very same site, there's girls on there, they do their little lives, and man all chasing them down, trying to impress, blah blah blah. Listen, these girls are worse than you ever been. I'm like, what? I've been shocked. Isn't that the same girl that XYZ? Okay? I'm not, listen, anyone knows me does, I talk straight. And I've actually shown certain man succeed. That girl there, she, da 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 da. And they're like, yeah, I remember that one, yeah. There you go. And then they get close, they get closer to the goal. Okay, but listen, I can stay out here until I'm 70 years old and still shine with this amount of knowledge I've got. You all even touched the sides yet. That's why you guys are lost. You know. Now let's get back to what I was saying, yeah. So Janae, Renee, girl, whatever, yeah. I've done a few videos on this now. Yeah. That's a microcosm, yeah. Or a small snippet of just a snapshot of what you all go through all the time, you do all the time. Because how can it be? Yeah. Now he's meant to be the prize, yeah. And this guy's actually a multi-millionaire. So I think maybe she might have paid to show to prove a point. Like, guess what? It's not about that, it's about me and you. Because if you look at the pictures, yeah, she's hugging him tight. And that's neediness. That's why it kind of influences me to think that it may be true that she might have he might have to go into a row, went separate ways, and she might have done something to herself. But hey, you don't want to hear that. You want to hear that he's master and bad, which is true. He is. And maybe he may have done something. He may have. So we'll see. But as it stands, ultimately, if he's so great and wonderful, he's meant to pay for everything. Because you expect brothers to. You know? And that's another thing. The brother man has got to be on. We're going to touch on this in my ratings video. But the brother man has got to be on point, yeah? More time or not, he's got to be on point, yeah? Which is a contradiction. Because now we're seeing that, damn, you guys are so needy for master that you're paying when you shouldn't be. Okay? It's incredible. So Pasta and Lobster, that's a TikTok term they've all come up with. And I think, yeah, because I'm with Brad, I'm getting lobster, Pasta and Lobster. No, you're probably getting banged, and if you talk out loud, you get a slap. You know, there's a video. What's the video on there? I got to find it. Where Brad, well, not Brad, this is like a low-level Brad, but it's Brad, whatever, he's driving Shamika back, one of you all, and he's cussing her, saying, I'll kill you, and she's all there crying. What are you crying for? Where's your brothers, your uncles, all them people you'd get to do something? Where's all that? Where's that energy? Where's the mouth gone? If it was me, what? Well, not me, because if it was you, little Winston, you little Jamal, you'd be getting the cousins around, the brothers around. In America, there'd definitely be gunshots. So what's all this about? Because you're going about white privilege, white supremacy. Guess what? You buy into it. You make it happen. You make it work. With your inferior complex. And the fact that you just, you know what I mean? Because you're just Pasta and Lobster. Who are you? Listen, we've headed full about Pasta and Lobster. Stupidness. And that's the thing. Brothers like me have to bring those things. But Massa, listen, watch carefully when you go on them dates, especially them dates, especially in London. Watch carefully. I'll see his peas on the table, you know. Peas on a plate, you know. 3, 4, 5 peas, you know, on a plate and a glass of water. Now he probably said to the waiter, guess what, mate? Don't put too many peas on the plate, you know, because you might get excited and think I love her, I want to marry her. Put 3 or 4 peas on the plate and just Nah, lobster. Nah, put some olives on there. Cause that's all you're worth. Olives and water, mate. Olives and water. Later.